actually here on a stretch of Interstate 20. We pulled our news car over.
Investigators letting me know we're still looking for a motive and a suspect in this case.
Meanwhile, EMA leaders in Lake County say they fear the town of Tiptonville could soon be submerged. We're told if the Mississippi River continues to swell, National Day of Prayer, so a lot of people actually, a lot of those events, including the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, start in just about 2 minutes. So, you'll be ready to add a little bit of extra scare to your Halloween weekend, and a lot of times the kids want to come along. So just how young is too young to go to your favorite haunted house? In case you are procrastinating, yes, they still have some food, and yes, you can still get it on cheap. We got an 8-pound butterball turkey for just about $12. Add to that some mashed potatoes, some green beans. We're over here snapping. A mangled mess of power lines have created a barrier in front of the rest home. It's all changing starting today. They have a brand new administration building, and News 12 has your first look. Two boys were actually exploring on the back of this property here that we're standing in front of tonight. Where's Ralph Barbie when you need him? Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, everybody. This is no average weekend at the lake out there in Columbia County. We have major national sponsors out there.
Know up until then what kind of care they were getting.
After everything is caught and weighed in, you might think they sit back and have a big fish fry, but they don't. We actually load all the fish back up on this pontoon boat at the end of the day, take them out to the middle of the lake, and let them go. Welcome to 1780-ish here in North Augusta. The Living History Park is where we are this morning, and history is definitely coming to life even at 6 o'clock in the morning. We have the whole gang here. They've started the campfire for us this morning, and they're about to start a whole weekend of activities here, and they invite you and the whole family to come by. Boats you'll see tonight, guys, are going to be a little bit bigger than this one, but we wanted to go ahead and get a little something started early for you this morning.
Well, we hope
the best part about this lighted boat parade is you don't even need to leave the shore to enjoy all the fun. Everything's getting ready. You see some of the stalls here, and of course, the hot air balloons are getting ready as well. So you're invited here to Fort Gordon this weekend, Lindsay.
That's so awesome.
And Stacy, Wedgwood Drive here between Wrightsboro Road and the Augusta Exchange. That's the part of town that we're in. This call going out about 2:15 this morning, and investigators letting me know we're still looking for a motive and a suspect in this case. Take a look at some video from the scene as we found it this morning. There was one man shot in the head, actually shot in the jaw, from what we understand. His injuries not believed to be life-threatening. He is at the hospital this morning receiving treatment. They had a pretty good search going on out here for quite some time after this happened this morning, but so far we have not located a suspect, according to investigators. So far, we don't have a very detailed description of exactly who that is, with this happening just a few hours ago. So certainly, if you have any information, again, we're in the Wedgwood, Tanglewood Drive area, just off of Jackson Road here in West Augusta, not far at all from the Augusta Exchange. And if you heard anything or saw anything in this area overnight that was suspicious around that 2 to 3 o'clock time frame, certainly let investigators here in Richmond County know as they try and piece together what took place out here, Stacy.
If the stop sign at the end of Dixie Clay Road doesn't stop you, the Haller House will.
I had bad luck with this house.
Through the foggy Monday morning hours, 2 different drivers crashed into the front of this old plantation home.
Yeah, that's a record for us, actually. We you know, I like to shoot high and all, but goodness gracious. We hit the clouds on this one.
Jason Haller looks on with amusement now, knowing that the drivers and his family narrowly escaped serious injury. The crashes happened about 4 hours apart, drivers blaming the fog in both cases. What's normally a pretty well put together front porch has become a collection pile for car parts, and believe it or not, this is not the first time it's happened.
We've had problems with our, pillars before and our wall, as well as, our house. But usually it's mostly, drunk driving or bad climate weather.
Jason says he hadn't even had time to pick up the pieces from the last front porch crash. Now contractors have returned again to see what can be patched up on this historic home. Meanwhile, Jason eyes Dixie Clay Road, asking for help from the county to curb the crashing cars.
I would like to see at least a guardrail or come up with some, cuts in the road that, warns people that prepare to slow down, please, because, this ain't just, a building. This is a home, and we live here.
Will Nunley, News 12. Between these 2 parking lots, there's a shopping center, if you saw from Tower Cam earlier, right next to this Walmart, and none of these stores are really open, but their parking lot is full. That's because everybody is in this Walmart here behind us, the Lowe's, the Kohl's, all these places. Even Office Depot has several people standing outside waiting in line for a sale on binders, I guess. So there's a lot to see, a lot of bargains to have here around the city. The Augusta Exchange, also very popular this morning, with a line all the way around the Best Buy shopping center. It's going to be that way for a while. But if all this madness and all this Black Friday madness is not what you're after early this morning, we take you to a little store in Harlem, Georgia.
Just before you reach the railroad tracks in downtown Harlem lies a treasure hunter's treasure chest. Etc. it's called, an entire store devoted only to local creations, with experienced tour guides ready to tell you the story of each item.
There's one picture that I think is just so unique. This one was taken in Africa, of course, and he said he had a hard time lining those zebras up. They just wouldn't stay where they wanted to be.
You won't find any made in China or imports here. In fact, some of the things come from just a few blocks away.
This lady is, we call them redeemed treasures, because she gets them out of the junkyard and redoes them. And
do you know the stories on where any of these came from, or you just?
Now these came out of the theater here in town.
Right across the street.
When we were cleaning it out.
Delicate paintings, hardy pottery, and elegant dolls add to this masterpiece showcase of local art. Most of the artists not even out to make a profit, just make enough to keep supporting their creative addiction.
These are also crocheted items that, I mean, they're just exquisite. They look like they've been done by a machine. And
now, do you know the person who does these?
Yes, we do.
What do you know about the person who does this right here?
Well, she's a little old lady at our church, and she just crochets all the time. We have a number of people. I think it's an addiction.
Ann would tell you that the only place this store would work is right here in downtown Harlem. That's because they want you to come out here, experience the small town charm, and really understand the creativity behind what they sell here. That is what makes the experience complete.
The personalities of the artists come out in their work. It's just, I just really enjoy working among all this art.
Some come in and view Etc. of Harlem as a gallery, but these items are ready to become a conversation piece in any home. And if you need to know the story, just ask Ann.
You just can't imagine the imagination of people, you know, how they can create all of these treasures. And you can't go anywhere else and buy the same thing, because it can never be reproduced.
How's that for a contrast of what we're seeing out here this morning? And yes, Etc. of Harlem is open on this Black Friday right there in the main drag of Harlem if you want to have a little bit of a change of pace out here. But certainly a lot of shoppers out here in North Augusta and around our city taking part in these Black Friday bargains. 2 parking lots just full. We even have, police out here helping to watch the scene this morning. So far, no major incidents to pass along when it comes to all the shopping and all the activity in our area. Just a lot of bargain hunting going on here. Lindsay? Good morning, Lindsay, and good morning, everybody. This is going to be the place for the rodeo this weekend. You don't believe me? Here's one of the stars of the show. We got DC Moon Pie over here waking up early with us. That's okay. He's used to being up this time of hour. But we also have several stars coming in from around the country and around the continent to take part in this big rodeo this weekend. Take a look. Garth will tell you they do call the thing rodeo. Something they're doing different this year. They're not only judging the bull riders, but also some of the bulls themselves. I want to bring in Gwen here, who owns some of the bulls that will be entered in the competition this weekend. And these are the real stars of the show, you think?
Oh, definitely. Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay, well, welcome here to Augusta. We're glad you're here. You can take part and see the star bulls and Gwen and everybody here at the rodeo this weekend at the Hippodrome in North Augusta. Tickets are $15. The gates open tonight at 7, guys.